This video is sponsored by Value Testers, best tool company on the web, great pricing and customer service. Contract the discount once signed up with an account. Link in description below.
Morning guys, December 27th, 2019. This one I got a call from a customer I've done work for before. He's got a gas furnace and he said it's acting up. He's got to shut it off, turn it on a couple of times for it to run. So I asked him how long it's been since he had it serviced. It's kind of stuttering on me, so that probably means he never had it serviced. He starts stuttering. Anyway, we're gonna go over there and see what's going on with it. He says he can get it to run. He's got to shut it off a couple of times, turn it on. So we'll go over there and see. I think it's a 90 plus. He said it's vented outside, so it's gonna be a 90 plus furnace, gas furnace, natural gas type of thing. We'll try to get you some shots if I can. The fan seems to be running okay.
Yeah, the fan will kick on once the flame ignites, you know?
Well, we'll start with the cleaning the flame sensor. Let's start with that.
I checked the filters.
The filters are clean.
I just replaced those not too long ago.
And
So I'm thinking about finishing up the upstairs. Is this unit big enough to handle upstairs too, or would I need another unit?
you're always better to put another unit up there. I mean, just to the second, the whole upstairs, it's got no heating and air conditioning.
No.
You're better off just putting a mini split up there to take care of the extra load.
Like one of those...
those split units, mini splits. That would be the best thing, because it would be heating and cooling.
Right.
Right? What is it, like all wide open in there?
Yeah. I'm going to end up putting up one wall, though, to create two rooms.
But that would be probably your best bet, put a little mini split up there.
Yeah. And that's what? One of those Mitsubishi things, right?
Oh, yeah, that's one brand. But that's probably your best bet, because you start putting zone dampers in, I mean, it can turn into a shit show real quick.
Yeah.
That's probably what I would do. So we'll clean the flame sensor. Right. So you're saying it wasn't working, and you had come shut it off a couple of times, and it worked?
Yeah, I flicked the electrical switch there on the side.
Yeah.
For about 10 seconds, I restart it, and it comes right back on.
So it might be one of those things that's not showing up all the time. You know?
Yeah.
Let me do my thing.
Okay. All right. I'll if you need me, I'm up there.
Yeah, the flame sensor looks pretty easy to get to on this thing, so we'll start with that. You know, it could be anything. I mean, it's kind of. It's a crusty one. You know, it could be this motor's acting up. I mean, it don't seem too hot. Don't look like anything's cracked here. So obviously when he's shutting it off and turning it on, he's resetting it, whatever code. We'll see if there's any codes blinking, but he's resetting it, so. Made it a little dirty. Scotch-Brite. It looks better. When I came here, the thing was up the temperature, so we turned it up to run it, but it was 72 in the house when I got here. So. Man, what the flip? Not all full of water. Sometimes these ports get dirty. It's got 2 vacuum switches on this baby. Roll out switches aren't tripped. Alright, let's turn it on and see what happens here. Should probably check the capacitor too. Let me shut it off and check the capacitor. It's not sounding all that great, is it? Sounds like a jet plane taking off here. Thing's spinning nice and easy there, the fan. I like to check that capacitor right there. See what we're reading, pull one wire off. See what we're reading there for microfarads, just for shits and giggles. $17.3. $17.3, so it's gonna be a 20. I wonder if the motor's hot. The motor's not hot, so that's a good sign the motor's not hot. Yeah, the capacitor's a little on the low side if it's a 20. If it's a 20, it should be 19, and it's 17.3, so probably gonna have to pop that out. That's a little on the low side. Take that capacitor out of there. Not saying that's the issue, but there's definitely readings aren't right, so let's see. See what it says. I think it's a 20. Well, that's a big one. Might have to pull the fan out to get it out. I think I'm gonna have to pull the fan out to get it out. Unfortunately. Yeah, it's a 20. That's weak. That's weak. I got a different one. It's a little bigger. Difference in size. Let's see what we'll on this one. That's all I got in the truck, so. That's better. We'll just mount it right here on the face. Got a little plumbing strap right there. We'll just mount it right like that. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright. The reach. Alright, that'll be fine there. Easy access. Alright, let me mount this thing back up in here. Alright, got it all fastened back in there. Alright, got the rollout switch back in there. Alright, so I got 28 there. Got 28 there, so that's going through there. But I got nothing coming to this vacuum switch. So it's in the board that's bad. I got a bad board here in this unit. I did check all the rollout switches. 27 there. There. That's fine. That Roll-out switch is fine. It's in the board that's bad. The limit's fine. I've got a bad board. Going through this vacuum switch, and it's going down to the board, and nothing. Alright guys, I ran into a cycle a couple of times. This is closing, it's sending power down to the board, but it's not sending anything up periodically. If I shut this off and turn it on, so it's in the board, there's an issue. I'm gonna need to get another board for it. Alright guys, I had to run out and get another board. I'm on my way back there, we'll swap it out. Alright guys, I got the new board here. I'm gonna swap it out. I got the power off, so what we'll do is we'll disconnect this big one. These two big ones. There's a fuse. Disconnect that. And we'll there's a little pin that works good. Get these popped off of here. And we'll swap one wire at a time. The old big pin trick. It's the same board. At the time you want to wear gloves because you got static. Could have static on your hands. That's why it's good to wear the gloves. This one's got an extra one here. The other one didn't have. These whites and neutrals. These whites are all neutrals here. Alright, and then these two go on here. And the purple is on park. Blue's on the bottom. And we got the red and the black. That goes in there. And what do we got here for colors? So we got the red, white, and green, and then this other white is the common. Yellow's not being used, they're just tying the yellow right in outside. Make sure we tie the right ones in here. This one's the common. That goes out to the contactor outside on the air conditioner for the AC. That common. Next one is green, which is G. That runs the fan. That must be the water heater that was running there. Okay, next one's the red, which is the power for the thermostat. And then white, which is the heat. Call for heat would be white. And the yellow is tied in right here, just going out to the contactor. Well, they could have just put it there as a park, you know, just connected it. But well, that should do it. Red, green, and then the common is for the AC, and then this is the yellow for the AC. That should do it. Not easy being cheesy, mama. Not easy. Not easy being cheesy, mama. So we had a couple of issues that needed to be addressed. Fan capacitor was weak. Flame sensor needed to be cleaned, and they had a bad board. Alright, so we cleaned flame sensor, new 20 UF fan run cap, new main control board. It's going to do it. It's a little 3-ton Goodman outside. A sticker on there, should be good to go. You want to drive? Yeah, you love driving. You love driving. Yeah, you love driving. Yeah, you love driving. You just want pets. You just want pets. That's all you want. You just want pets. That's all you want is pets. That's all you don't care about is pets. You just want pets and kisses. That's it. That's all you want. Alright guys, just left that job. He had a couple issues there. I mean, the flame sensor, you know, that's something you want to do all the time. Keep that clean every year, a couple of years. The fan capacitor was weak. I mean, that could have been an issue. And then after I ran it a couple of times, off and on, I found that the board, one of the relays in the board was sticking. It wasn't coming on. The fan would run. The voltage would go through the fan switch, go down to the board, but it wouldn't come up. It wouldn't go any past the board. So checked all the rollout switches, everything was good. So it was one of the relays on the board. Ran out, got him a new board, and it should be good now. I mean, sometimes you got to shut them off, on a couple of times to see if you can get it to act up. So sometimes you got to stick with it. You don't want to rush to judgment on something and get out of there. He calls you back, you know, and then you got to be eating the shit sandwich. It's kind of good to give it the old "how you doing, mama?" Make sure everything's working fine, and you know, that capacitor alone, that might have heated the motor up, you know, and it kind of holds a charge and lets the motor kick on. So it could have been any of those things. You got to kind of get into it and see if you can find out what's going on with it. It's all in a day's work.